Ubiquitous Software is back on their bullshit this week, announcing that they would be partnering with Joseph Gordon-Levitt's collaborative media platform HitRecord to crowdsource music for the recently announced Watch Dogs Legion. As reported in Rock Paper Shotgun by Jay Costello, fans will be able to upload their own songs to HitRecord's website, as well as remix other songs already contributed for the chance to be selected as one of 10 songs that make it into the final game. On the surface, this may seem like a really cool opportunity for Watch Dogs fans to be a part of a game that they're really excited for. But as game developers on Twitter were quick to point out, this is actually some really shady shit. Every selected song will receive $2,000 as compensation, divvied up among everyone who contributed to the song, meaning that what artists actually earn could end up being significantly less than that payment, if artists receive any payment at all. There is no guarantee that contributing to this contest will land your song in the game. As such, it's a big risk for artists to put a bunch of time and effort into composing a piece of music that might not even earn them any money at all. This is essentially spec work, also known as speculative work. Speculative work is defined as any kind of creative work, either partial or completed, submitted by designers to prospective clients before designers secure both their work and equitable fees. Spec work is widely criticized by artist guilds and unions as an exploitative practice. It allows a multi-billion-dollar company like Ubisoft to get content for their games at a fraction of the cost than traditional means. These 10 songs will cost $20,000, which is a drop in the bucket of the millions of dollars that Watch Dogs Legions will earn the company at launch, and is also way cheaper than paying the annual salary of an employee to compose, record, and produce that work in studio with job security and benefits. It also sets a dangerous precedent that mega corporations like Ubisoft can exploit their fans by getting them to do labor they may never receive compensation for under the guise of, quote, involving the community, unquote. Ubisoft and JGL were rightly criticized last year after they announced a similar partnership on stage at E3 2018 for Beyond Good and Evil 2. That announcement prompted the hashtag #NoSpec on Twitter, where designers and developers from AAA to indie pointed out what's wrong with abusing passionate fans and exploiting them for free labor. The hashtag has returned this week in light of this announcement, with developers warning those enticed by the idea of getting their music into one of 2020's most anticipated games not to be involved. Danny Baranowski, composer of beloved indie OSTs like Super Meat Boy, The Binding of Isaac, and most recently 2019's Cadence of Hyrule, said, quote, "I know it's hard to get into video game music, but please, trust me, this is not the way. With the inevitable volume of submissions, this is no better than a lottery. Except you work for nothing and get nothing out of it," end quote. Los Angeles chapter of Game Workers Unite took a strong stance against the announcement as well, stating, quote, "Disgusting. Joseph Gordon-Levitt has a union contract, yet he's peddling spec work for $1 billion company. The game industry exploits our passion to pay unlivable wages. This is the next logical step. Soliciting unpaid labor for a product that will make millions. Hashtag #NoSpec," end quote. But I think Ethan Red, independent multimedia designer from Buffalo, New York, said it best when he tweeted, "If you're gonna work for free, or next to it, you might as well work for yourself, or with people you like or are mutually bonded with, not a huge company with a massive budget acting like it's giving you a handout." I hope this helped contextualize the issue with Ubisoft's seeming shift towards normalizing spec work on AAA big budget games. I'm very interested in Watch Dogs Legion. It was by far the most interesting thing Ubisoft showed at their E3 presentation this year, and it harnesses talented game designers I admire like Liz Englund of Sunset Overdrive and Clint Hawking of Splinter Cell Chaos Theory and Far Cry 2 fame. Hawking has unfortunately decided to become a corporate mouthpiece for this exploitative quote-unquote contest, in addition to his role as creative director on Watch Dogs Legion.
From the very beginning, we always wanted to include fans and the community in the making of our game, and to do that, we've partnered with HitRecord. Fuck yeah!
Really, Clint? It's incredibly ironic that Watch Dogs Legion, a game about resisting the abuse of an authoritarian government, is running an abusive, and yes, abusive is the appropriate word to use here, contest on the very same fans it's selling the game to. You want to be actually punk and edgy? Don't create art for a massively publicly traded company that will give you pennies on the dollar for what they're going to make millions off of, if they give you anything at all. You could pour your heart and soul into a song that is genuinely good and deserves to be in the game, and Ubisoft could just decide to go with something else. Wouldn't all that time and effort be better spent on something for you? Make art for literally anyone else before Ubisoft. Unless, of course, Ubisoft is going to offer you a salary and job security, which you deserve. Musicians deserve so much more than whatever the hell this bullshit is.
And a bunch of the folks over at Watch Dogs are going to be on our platform, guiding our community and participating in the creative process, which is really cool. They've joined the site. Their account is called Watch Dogs Devs, so listen to them because they are authorities.
They show the high five clips so many times, but they're just high-fiving, exploiting their fans.